Yeah.
Say that again.
What? You look amazing.
No. You said I was supposed to put this in this
Mm-mm.
ear instead of that ear.
Yeah, you're supposed to put it in your left ear.
What do you think I am? Creative?
Yes, I do.
That's a right brain,
Aww.
left brain joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you saying? That's not fancy. That's not the fancy accent. That is the.
This is gonna be so bad.
You're gonna be so bad. Welcome to today's show on Los Fancy. We get fancy. Do you like it fancy, Jared?
This is gonna be hard.
Do you like it fancy?
Okay. I do. I love it fancy. I guess. I think.
That was a yes or no question, Jared.
Yes.
I mean, you can expound. Tell me, how fancy do you like it?
I like it as fancy as you can make it. God, you look very pretty. We need to go out.
Champagne enema fancy?
We need to go out dancing.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard that. Oh, yes, I heard. I can't. I guess I don't really know how to do it. You're better than I am.
That's what he said, folks. He said I was better.
I think it's true. I have a terrible accent.
If that's the accent you were born into, then you were born into it. You can't help it. You shouldn't put yourself down like that, mister.
That's true. I figured I have some words that I've got figured. You can't laugh so much and have that cup that full. It's gonna be Pugh.
No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to handle my liquids.
You know how to handle your drink?
Yes. My beverage. I don't know if you knew this, but fancy people drink coffee from goblets as well. Not coffee cups.
I did learn that from you.
It's a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what else fancy people do?
Now I'm worried.
They throw drinks at each other's faces.
See? That's what I thought. I thought you were going to throw coffee on me and I would have to kill you for ruining this chicken.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Your jacket's too fancy.
That's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
We're recording this?
You didn't know?
I didn't know.
I said we were doing a test run and we're just going.
Oh.
You didn't see me stop the test run, did you?
I didn't see you start the test run. I didn't.
I said, I'm going to start the test recording, and I started it, and then you forgot. That's what happened.
Yeah, I just got too much into this.
I figured you'd think I'd stop the test run, and then we would, replay it and see if the audio's good. But I already know the audio's good and the video's good, so we don't need to do anything. Fancy people wear those.
They do not.
Sportscasters do.
You can see it. See? Oh, here.
Well, you think I should take it off? Alright, fine. Fine.
I just saw that dang. You see it dangling.
Okay. Why do you think I said welcome to today's fancy podcast if we weren't going to be fancy? Okay, let's do it again. Okay. On the count of 3, we're going to say hello and welcome to today's fancy podcast. And we're going to say it together. Ready? Hello and welcome to today's fancy podcast. This is your host, Loretta.
And I'm Jared.
And we're both from Sussex.
I'm from East Herdshire.
That's offensive.
I heard that on a podcast and I thought it sounded funny.
That's thievery.
That's true.
That very much matches your character of a thief.
That's not fair.
Fancy people can be thieves too.
Oh, that's
But
true.
we mostly steal things like paintings.
And we pay off people so we never go to jail.
That's right. That's exactly what fancy people do.
We do.
So, Jared, why don't you tell our listeners your whole life story?
Well, I grew up, like I said, in East Herdshire, in
Essex.
Essex. Yes, the neighbourhood was called East Herdshire. And I grew up in a family of 48 kids.
How many mothers did you have?
17. And one dad.
Wow.
He was very busy.
You must have been richy rich to be able to afford all those children. Is that where you get your rich genes from?
No, our family was more like the family in Monty Python, if you remember.
I hate to admit this, but I've never really liked Monty Python that much. Oh my god, they're gonna kill me.
I don't think you can be English and not enjoy the works of Monty Python.
You can.
I don't think that's
You
true.
can.
It's not true.
It's not quite my sense of humor, unfortunately. I've had people be like, you gotta watch Monty Python.
It's great.
A lot of my friends would tell me that. And then I'd watch it and I'd be like, that's
And the
not
British
great.
Office is way better than the American
No.
version. Much better.
Alright, so you were telling me your life story. You had 48 siblings from 17 mums and
And
just
one
one papa. Papa. One papa.
That's true.
Yes.
And we all lived in a one-room apartment. Imagine that.
I feel like that's
pretty
not
full.
a true story.
It's pretty full. The one-bedroom apartment was like 38,000 square feet.
What? Why wouldn't
It was a warehouse.
Why didn't your mum leave? Because I feel like that's not a very good environment for a child.
We had 17 kids. 48 kids and 17 mums. Of course they left over and over again.
Oh, they just left the kids.
Yes.
Oh, that makes more
Yeah,
sense.
they just left the kids there.
That does make more
And
sense.
all the mums left.
Well,
But Dad was the charmer. Always get a new woman. New lass.
a bit of a sucker too, don't you think? Raising 48 kids. Was it all by himself or?
Yeah.
Holy
He was
moly.
a gajillionaire.
Gajillionaire in a one-bedroom apartment. Did he live somewhere else, maybe?
He probably had multiple families. Probably.
Was he there very much, or did Jeeves take care of you your whole life?
Jeeves. Yes. Our butler.
Is that where you learned your manners?
In our one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, your butler.
Yes.
So what did your dad do for a living?
Everything. Literally.
You know, I've heard stories about your dad.
That doesn't sound good.
Rumors that he was an international art thief. That he stole the Mona Lisa, painted a mustache on her, and then gave her back. Like, snuck her right back into the museum, and nobody even noticed that she had a new mustache.
That is where we get my thievery from. From my father.
Yeah. But of course he kept the original. He put the fake one in with the mustache, and then he sold the original. But still nobody noticed. And now there's the Mona Lisa hanging in the Louvre. And she's got a stash.
You are consistently fading in and out of your accent.
No, I'm not.
You'll see.
I'm very convincing.
You'll see. I'll try
But-
my hardest.
I mean, it was just a rumor. So I don't know if that's true about your father. Is it true about your papa being an international art thief?
Absolutely. Wait. No.
Which one is it?
I'm not a rat.
I think you were a rat.
Nope.
You think he was a rat?
No, I don't think so.
White rat with a fluffy tail or a black rat with a skinny, non-fluffy tail?
Definitely the white rat with the fluffy tail.
See?
I'm
Rat.
I'm fancy. Well, this is fun so far. What about your family? I'm tired of talking about mine.
Well, my family raised turtles for a living. Show turtles. Show turtles, yes. Very fancy. Some of them had like curly tails. Some of them had foofy necks. Some of them had long necks. They were short necks. Some of them had like pointy noses. And, you know, some of them were like work turtles, where they had really big noses and they could sniff out truffles.
I thought you meant like pulling tractors and stuff like that. I feel like you'd need an ox or a horse.
They're
or a
not
donkey.
strong enough for pulling.
Not a whole group of turtles.
I mean, are you stupid? They're not strong enough for that.
I don't appreciate that.
I'm sorry. I guess you were a little bit thrown with the show turtles. You didn't know how far this was going.
I didn't. That's true.
Didn't know how far from reality we were headed.
Yes.
Well, yeah, so some of them have great sniffers and they sniff out the truffles. So
Fancy.
very fancy. So then, you know, we have a side business selling truffles and truffle infused oils for a lot of money. And yeah, some of them have very like different geometric patterns on their shells. I don't know if you knew this, but you can breed your turtles to have spirals on them. One of them like is this spiral just like this, and then you spin it around and you hypnotize people and then you steal their money.
Oh.
I mean, we never did that, but you could. I mean, we sold them to like gangsters. And they used them to hypnotize people and steal their money. They were like, okay, so what you do is you tell people that you're gonna have a turtle race, right? So people pay 5 stones to come into this turtle race. I mean, 5 pounds to come into this turtle
I
race.
think stones is weight, but I see how you could get that confused.
With
since
pounds.
It also is pounds.
Anyway, so
But I think pounds is American in that regard.
yeah. So you pay 5 pounds
Mm-hmm.
to get into this turtle race, right? And then you go, the first part of the turtle race, we spin them around so they don't know which way they're going. And then when they spin around, people get hypnotized and then you take their money. And there's no turtle race. Then before you let them go, you were like, that turtle race was the best race you've ever seen and you will definitely come again next week and bring more money.
I see. Brilliant.
It really is. It is a money maker. So, yeah, that's what my family did. We sold turtles. We didn't do the turtle race thing. That was somebody else. No, we didn't do that. We don't steal people's money by hypnotizing them. We don't steal people's money by hypnotizing them.
I don't know whether that's true or not.
We just sell turtles. And if we did hypnotize someone, they would never know.
See, that's what I thought. The secret's safe with me.
But there's no thievery going on.
No.
No.
Just on my end.
What are you thieving? Ladies' hearts like your father.
Absolutely. I mean, you see this suit? Wish I had a tie or that silver necklace.
Oh, you want a silver necklace like this?
Yes.
Is it pretty?
Yes. It's very pretty.
I have another one. Maybe I'll give it to you later. You can wear it. Can be very sparkly.
Yes. I'm a sparkly boy.
Have you ever been to a turtle race?
I can't say that I have. I don't really know much about that.
There's one coming up next weekend. I'll give you the address. You can attend. Would you like to go?
I think so, as long as you don't.
They're very entertaining. Everyone
Hypnotize me.
says so. Everyone, they like to come back over and over again.
I know, but you said something about how they were hypnotized and been told to believe that everything was great, and then they had all of their money stolen and valuables. So, what if you're not telling the truth and you actually do thieve people for money due to total hypnotism?
You won't know unless you come and find out.
Oh, good point. Good
You
point.
should check it out. It's very good. Very good turtle races. They're very fast. You know, some of our turtles get up to 70 miles an hour.
That's true.
You don't know. You haven't been to the turtle race. They get up to 70 miles an hour. We have this very large track that goes around. It's down further, so you can look down and see the turtles racing on this very large track. We have about 20 turtles.
But why usually do turtles walk so slow?
Because they're not racing turtles. They have to be specially bred. We have racing turtles, smelling turtles, pretty turtles, curly turtles. One day...
Hang on. What exactly in the hell are you talking about? Curly turtles? What's a curly turtle?
They're furry with curly hair, like a kitten. Or a puppy dog with curly hair.
Alright.
They're very cuddly. Sometimes people buy them so that, you know, they can pet them and sleep next to them. They're
Yes.
very, very enjoyable curly turtles.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah. So we're also working on making flying turtles, but we haven't gotten there quite yet. The first thing I think we have to do is get rid of the shell, because it's kind of heavy. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah. It is a lot.
Yeah.
How to put it? It is most of what a turtle is, though. If you take its shell off, it's just sort of weird, soft, weird.
Well, you wouldn't like a turtle falling on your head if it got tired of flying now, would you? Not with its shell.
That's true.
So you got to make some allowances.
That would be pretty dangerous. Yeah.
I think I might have told you this story once, but when I was a little kid, for some reason, every time we would go to confession, to the Catholic confession, the priest would come out and he would be like, okay, this is how we do our confession. You say this and you do that. Do you have any questions? And I would say, yes, why don't elephants fly? And the priest would not answer the question because it wasn't really related to confession. And I guess he thought I was cutting up and being dumb. And I don't know why I never asked that question except for there for like 3 times in a row. And then the last time he was like, elephants are too heavy. If they landed on something when they were flying, it would crush it.
Catastrophic.
Catastrophic, yes. So that's why elephants don't fly. They're too heavy.
Except for Dumbo, of course.
Dumbo's not real. That is
What?
that is totally what sparked that question. Was I was a Dumbo lover? Yeah.
Well, bollocks to that. Dumbo's definitely real.
Have you seen the Dumbo movie?
I've met Dumbo in real life. He has giant wings like an albatross.
Bollocks.
Very true.
No.
Just very secretive and only meets the people that won't give away his secret. It's true.
What's his secret? That he
he-
has funny ears.
That he flies and he...
What?
I just remembered that Dumbo flies with his ears and not with wings. Well, he had wings also. Wings
Is that
and
his
ears.
secret?
And he could fly.
You're giving away his secret?
Well, the elephant's out of the bag now. It's too late.
What was your favorite part of the Dumbo movie?
I've never seen it.
Yes, you have.
No.
You
no.
told me you saw it yesterday.
I've never seen it.
He told me he saw it yesterday,
That's a
folks.
lie.
Yesterday.
I've never seen it. I just met Dumbo in real life.
Guess we'll have to take your word for it.
Yes, absolutely.
Because your word's
I
gold.
would-
You're not a
I
thief
would
or
never,
a liar.
I would never lie. Never.
Your hair's very fancy today.
It is. I spent a little time on it.
Did you put gel in your hair
A
today?
very little time. Oh, a little bit of hairspray. Hairspray and water. And brush.
The movie? Hairspray?
No. Never seen it. Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you probably never did see that
No.
one. I'll believe you there.
Definitely know the musicals. Unless British people like musicals, and then I love them.
I thought you liked Sweeney Todd.
I do.
You did or you do?
I do. Johnny Depp's really hot right now.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. Always been. I like his jewellery. And his Sauvage commercials.
I watched his trial. Not all of it. I should have watched more. It's the most entertaining trial I've ever seen. It's the most entertaining trial I've ever seen.
I cannot wait to hear the recording of this to show you how much you are really jumping in and out of your accent. It's great. I'm trying really hard here. I really am British though, and she's a fake.
You're a fake.
She's pretending.
You're pretending.
No.
You're
Not
a
me.
dummy.
No.
Not me.
No.
Yep. Write in the comments, folks.
Definitely her. Yeah, no, I look great. Smell nice too.
You do have a very fancy, snazzy jacket upon yourself.
I do.
You are clothed in finery.
Mm-hmm. It was $1 million.
Jick-jabbery, even.
Just the jacket. $1 million. Mm-hmm.
Or $3. Oh!
We may need to fight later, but that's for another time. Maybe I'll show off the shirt now. You can't really see it with the jacket. It's a little hot in here.
Is it?
Little bit. See, look.
You're not as fancy without your jacket.
That's true. good point. Well, you saw it for a second, folks. Well, I guess you're right.
So, folks, we just came from church. That's why we dressed so nice.
Yeah. Church on a, well, I'm not going to say what day it is.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Easy like Wednesday morning. That's you. Would you agree with that?
I was trying to come up with a comeback, and she beat me to it. I was adjusting my jacket.
I'll come back to what?
I'm not easy like Wednesday morning.
What are you easy like? Oh.
Nipple guns.
We're not putting that in. You don't get to do nipple guns on the podcast.
I think I do. There's no need for editing. This is gold.
That's what they should have called it.
This is much more fun than last week's.
Is it because you were hungry last week?
Maybe. Probably. So what now?
Do you have any Bailey's Irish cream to put in your coffee and not mine to make it taste better?
No. It's too early.
How early is too early? How early is too early? Damn it.
Ow.
I'm trying.
I feel like I'm getting better, and you're kind of slacking a little bit. But you look much better than me, so I guess that helps.
Well, at least. All right, now it's time to ask random questions from a book. Are you ready?
We can't use this.
We are using the same book.
I feel like it's more appropriate this time instead of last, because the book is called To the Nines and we are a bit dressed up.
It is. It is called To the Nines by Janet Ivanovich. If you're not familiar with Janet Ivanovich's work, I highly recommend it. Stephanie Plum is a riot. And she's a great bounty hunter, not sloppy at all. All right, so the first question is, anyone else in the building?
This is gonna ruin it. Yes, it's your. Yes, this is the World Trade Center. There are literally thousands, maybe 10,000 people in this building.
You heard it here, folks.
It's very busy. Absolutely not. It's a
How
mall.
how did you know it was Clyde?
I mean, his name's Clyde. Obviously, it was him.
Did he have a name tag?
No. He just walked around telling everyone his name was Clyde. He's very obnoxious.
He's also not very bright. One day, the first time I met Clyde, we were at this conference. Everybody had name tags, and his name tag said, "Hi, my name is." Wait, no, I'm saying it wrong. It said, "Hi, my name is Clyde," because he can't really read, but he can write a little. I don't know why I wasn't laughing like that before. That's definitely the correct way that fancy people laugh.
That's true.
We do it from our bellies.
I'm not that fancy. I'm criminal fancy. I have gajillions of dollars. Like I
Where
said.
is your pinky ring? That's not from the book, folks.
I lost it.
You have to buy a new one or steal one.
That's true.
Or cut off a finger to take
I'll
one.
probably do that later on today. What you got?
Where's Joe?
In our cups. I'm running low now.
It is a cup of Joe.
It is.
Is it coming out of my hair?
I don't know. Let me see. No, I don't believe so. I think it's all right.
There aren't a lot of questions in this book.
I remember before when we did this, there were not.
And a lot of them are a little hard to answer. Have you tried calling him?
I did see that one and figured that was the one you were going for. I have, but he ate his phone.
Do you think he's crazy?
Yes. Yeah. He ate his phone. Literally. He literally ate his phone.
How long have you known this guy?
I don't know, about a day, 2 days. Already found out. I mean, he must be fucking nuts because he already ate his phone in front of me.
Was it edible?
No. It's
Like
a
an
phone.
edible phone?
No, it's a phone. He just chewed it up and swallowed it. And the pieces that he couldn't, he just spit out all over the ground. Like a crazy person. Yes, very crazy.
Maybe he just has a disease where he has to eat everything. You know, I heard there was this very famous person back in the day. He was only famous because he ate so much. Like, people disappeared and they thought he ate them.
Interesting.
He would eat like all this food. He was very gluttonous. I don't remember what his name was, but people would not want to invite him over for dinner because no matter how much food they served, he would eat it all.
He was probably American. Like Chris Farley or John Belushi.
There was one point in time he was working at some place where they kept babies, and a couple babies disappeared, and they suspected that he ate them.
He ate them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Positive.
I don't know what his name was. I wish I did. Maybe I'll look it up later and link it. Because it was a very fascinating story that didn't seem real at all. He was in the army for a little bit, where I guess he did a decent enough job. And then I forget what kind of work he did after that. Probably garbage man. I feel like he'd be a pretty good garbage man.
Something related to eating, I'm sure. Probably ate garbage.
Probably. He used to eat like dead dogs off the street, I think.
What?
Yeah. Dead horses. You know, back
Gross.
then there wasn't a lot of great sanitation. I guess they didn't even have garbage men. That was back when people threw their piss pots out the window. But they kept the pot, right? They just threw the piss out of their piss pot out the window. That was the rich people. They had the second floor. And then the poor people would walk down underneath and then get...
Walking in that piss.
That's actually why they had umbrellas.
What?
So that they wouldn't get that thrown over their heads. It would hit the umbrella. Did you know that? That's why people would walk around with umbrellas in Victorian England.
Oh, now it sounds like she's actually mentioning a fact instead of making all this shit up. It's hard to tell.
That's a real thing. That guy who ate things was a real thing too. Yeah.
Oh, no idea. You know the guy I just talked about? You know, what was his name? Clyde?
Yeah.
Who ate phones?
Yeah.
I made that up.
Oh, he's not a real person. But I met Clyde. Remember?
Probably not the same. Oh, that's right.
With his name tag.
He was a real person.
Hi, my name is Clyde.
That's true. I'm mistaken.
I remember the first time I met you. You had a name tag that said,
Oh, I knew you were getting this.
hello, my name is Jared.
Yeah.
You can't talk too much smack about that guy now,
And
can
then
you?
immediately you met me and you fell in love with me. Because you thought I was so funny.
That's not how that happened.
It's true.
We know that it wasn't a joke. You really thought that's how a name tag's supposed to be filled out?
You had to teach me a lot of things.
I did teach you a lot of things, yeah. But no, I haven't taught you enough about turtles, so you have to come to the turtle race next Saturday.
Okay, I'll be there. It should be fun. As long as I don't get hypnotized and all my money and valuables stolen from me.
Oh no, you'll be with me, so
I will be safe.
yeah, you'll be safe.
Unless you weren't telling the truth before and you actually do hypnotize people and steal all of their belongings.
Not me.
Then I'll be in trouble.
I don't do that. I've got an innocent face. You've got a guilty face.
Maybe. We look pretty good.
Says who?
Says me. I just said it.
I look like a butt.
Like a big old butt.
Do you need a police escort when you leave your hotel?
Always. I'm a criminal.
Wait,
I'll
but
pay
you
off
wouldn't.
the police.
Oh, you've got them paid off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they're escorting you?
Everywhere. Always.
So do they help you
assassination
with your
attempts.
criminal enterprise? Are they involved with this?
Yes. No, wait. No.
They just keep you safe,
I
finally?
can't implicate anyone in my doings.
It sounds as though they might do some civil forfeiture for you.
Does it?
Do they? Are they confiscating people's goods, their property, and saying that their property is doing crimes? Their property is doing crimes. So that they can take it and put it in jail, which is AKA their pocket in your pocket.
I can't say whether or not. Yes or no, I can't say. For no reason.
Do they do civil forfeiture in the UK?
In East Turdshire? Absolutely. They sure do.
How about your fingers?
They hurt. From punching people all the time. In their teeth.
Have you ever broken your fingers when punching someone in their teeth?
Yes.
How many fingers have you broke?
All of them.
When you break your finger, what do you do? Do you just like splint it up, or do you go to the doctor?
No, I'm tough. I'll just let them grow back all fucked up.
You don't even splint them.
No. See, look how fucked up my hands are.
What is this? You told me we didn't have a ball joint. There's one right there.
For fuck's sake.
We could totally have used that.
That's true. I did not realise that.
Alright, we'll fix it later. Alright, for the next question from the book. What kind of place is Turdshire?
It's a very nice, quiet city. Not really even a city, more like a collection of a couple of kind of blocks in Sussex. It's very quiet, very quaint.
Is there a lot of grass growing on the street? Like, does it have streets, or does it just have grass walkways?
It has streets.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are your streets made out of?
Do you really want to know?
I do want to know.
It is called Turdshire.
No.
Oh, I didn't say anything. No,
I don't believe
it's
you.
cobbles.
It is cobbles.
Cobblestone.
But that's good.
From a very long time ago.
How many people do you think live in your Turdshire farm?
Population is about 7. About 7 people. Wait. No, hang on. At least 50. No. At least probably like around 100. My math's all fucked up. I forgot that my dad had 17 wives and 48 kids. So I had to add up past that at least. Because all of us live there.
Like you were the only people that lived in Turdfordshire.
Just about. It's Turdshire, not Turdfordshire.
It's Turdfordshire, I've heard of it.
Oh, I grew up there, that's what you think it is.
Yes. Where's the place they sell ham? Didn't I ask you this last time?
It's in Hampshire.
Oh.
It's very close to Turdshire. Everything is made of ham. Even the houses and the bricks and people's clothes.
Mm-hmm.
All made of ham.
Their clothes are made of ham, just like Lady Gaga.
Their clothes and their houses.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
And their shoes.
Is it cooked ham or raw ham?
It's cooked.
It is cooked.
Don't be crazy.
Lady Gaga's meat dress was not cooked. It was raw, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
She had it in plastic so that she didn't get E. coli everywhere.
And I think it was steaks and not ham.
It was steaks, but it was still a meat dress. And so I'm sure somebody ate it later. I would imagine. That's got to be very cold. Was it at least hot that day that she had her cold, chilly meat dress?
I don't know.
I feel like it would be good to wear on a medium day because if it's too hot, the meat would go bad and then you wouldn't be able to have your steak. But I guess she's richy rich, so she doesn't worry about money.
She probably wore the meat dress for not a long amount of time.
I think she wore it all night. After that, she went dancing.
No, I don't think that's true.
I heard she went dancing. She was up all night at the discotheque. There were lots of people there. Lots of eyewitnesses.
I suppose I believe you. Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't you believe me? I'm very honest.
That's true.
I know a lot of stuff that you don't know.
I think that's very true.
Yes, it is. Do you ever wish you had meat boxes to go to sleep at night to keep you chilly?
I don't. So I don't have any. So the lack thereof probably means that I might need one, I guess.
At least one pair,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah.
I can't see why not.
Hmm. I guess you can only wear them for a little bit and then you have to put them in the freezer? Why, I guess if it's in the freezer, you can have it out all night. Yeah, it'd be alright. Cook it the next day. Eat it, all of the steak. Because it's probably really good. But probably a thin steak, right? You wouldn't want it too thick.
Right, sure.
Mm-hmm. So not like a thick ribeye, more like a flat iron steak. Yeah, that's what I think. As I'm thinking more about it, that's what I think.
Mm. Yeah, I might have something fashioned out of meat. Maybe some meat jeans, or meat hat, or meat socks, maybe.
You lose 90% of your heat out of the top of your head, so I feel like a meat hat would be pretty good when it's hot.
Oh, I do have great ideas.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, if you don't make meat hatch, then you should at least make, you know, a hat you can stick in the freezer to get it really cold. And then you take it out of the freezer, you put it on your head, and it's got like basically a block of ice in it.
That will be very cold.
It's very hot here some days. I feel like I could use a hat that's made out of ice.
Your accent is getting much better.
Well, thank you.
I think you're starting to nail it.
It's been a while since I've done this.
Well, it sounds like you're more from like Wales or
out
something.
of practice. But now I think I'm getting to be, you know, narrowing down on an area, but I'll probably forget it here in a second again, and then I'll sound a little bit different.
Yeah, you sound more like Scottish or Irish or like Welsh.
I'm from Essex.
You have that little that.
I'm not from Bedfordshire like you.
I can't tell if you're making fun of me or not. That is literally where I'm from. And it's not very funny if they're making fun of me.
It's a little bit funny. We've been going on for a while.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I've been thinking about this on the YouTubes. Most of the videos I watch are really long because I'm like, well, I want something going on while I'm washing dishes or trying to go to sleep or
Oh, this might be good for that.
taking a shower.
Nonsense.
Yeah, it's nonsense. Except the part that's true, that teaches you things about the guy who eats lots of food and about Victorian times and how they would throw the piss out the windows from their piss pots.
You do love that word.
And that's why people used umbrellas all the time. That's a real thing. I'm really glad we don't have that anymore. It seems like very not fun to walk down the street and have stuff thrown on your head.
Sounds very unsanitary.
It does sound very unsanitary. I mean, plumbing is pretty awesome. I like plumbing.
I agree. I love plumbing.
Makes things a lot cleaner. People get sick less often. You know, people freaked out a lot about COVID, but, you know, they had some pretty bad diseases a while back. Smallpox was really bad. I'm glad we don't have any smallpox. I've got the next question lined up for you. Is you ready?
No.
What if I break a nail getting onto the plane and I got to file it down? That was the best accent I've had this whole time.
Seems
Oh.
very specific.
I have very long nails. They're very breakable. What if I break one?
Maybe cover it in glue. Maybe
Tape it down, you're saying?
rip the whole thing off. Start
I
from
don't
scratch.
have long nails. If I rip the whole thing off, that's like my whole nail.
I thought you just said that you don't lie.
I was kidding. It's not the same as
You-
lying.
you-
You obviously saw.
But you tried to show people that you had long. You said you had long nails, and then you tried to show people that you had long nails, and you really have short nails. So you lied directly to the camera.
I
Or
was
you lying to
joking.
me?
Was joking.
No.
Because you can see I have short nails. If I was lying, I'd have hid my hands.
That's true. Okay. All right.
Do you recognize him? Him.
Sure. Sure.
What's his name?
Clyde. Probably. There's a lot of people named Clyde.
That is Clyde.
Where I'm from, there's a lot of people named Clyde. Out of the 48 kids, like 35 of them are named Clyde. Clyde the 35th. That's my dad's name.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't name me Clyde because my dad sucks.
Now,
He never liked me.
I've got the next question, but I'm going to wait until I can ask it and it makes a little bit of sense. I don't want to just throw this question out there without a background.
All right.
So we're gonna have to keep talking until it kind of clicks in there somewhere.
All right. You have any direction we
No.
should go?
No.
No.
It's a two-parter though. It's a two-part question.
Not sure what to talk about.
Will you talk about anything?
I like swimming. It's fun.
Where do you swim at? The YMCA? The apartment complex?
No.
Do you swim in the pond
In
or the
ocean.
river?
In the ocean.
In the ocean.
The Dead Sea. Very nice.
The Dead Sea? I hear it's very easy to swim in the Dead Sea because you just float.
Right. I'm not a very good swimmer.
I feel like you would have to be careful with your eyes though, because it could really hurt with all that salt.
Lots of salt.
Do you have to put on goggles before you go swimming in the Dead Sea, or do you just float on your back and wish for the best?
I usually lay on my belly and swim with my eyes open. It's horrible.
Well, why would you do that?
Because I'm hardcore. I'm badass.
Are you trying to accomplish something?
No, I'm just showing people how badass I am. I am extreme. Extremely what? Who really knows?
How often do you go to the Dead Sea to go swimming?
Normally about once a year, maybe twice.
What do you usually pack when you go?
A pair of Speedos and a towel.
Anything else? Not even a toothbrush, not even an extra pair of tighty whities.
No. No.
Those were the two questions, by the way.
Just an extra pair of Speedos if I need two pair. But
pair of Speedos and a towel.
outside of that, I don't know. I mean,
do you even have to pack that? Don't you just put that in your jacket pocket?
Yeah, that's true. But I did say that I only had Speedos, so I don't really have a jacket to put them in. I guess I could just pack them inside the pair of Speedos I'm wearing.
I asked you what you were packing, not what you was wearing, yeah. So your jacket you're wearing, right? Because it's kind of a little bit chilly in the UK where you're from. I mean, some days it is definitely chilly in the airport.
I usually walk there.
You walk?
I walk there.
You walk to the Dead Sea. This must be a different Dead Sea than I am aware of.
No, it takes months.
Oh. Well then,
that's why it makes sense.
Wouldn't you pack more clothes?
No.
Oh, well actually that does make sense because you don't want to be lugging a suitcase around with you.
True. And I'm a criminal, so anyone will let me in the house, otherwise I kill them. So they feed me.
That's not true.
They don't take showers.
Not everybody knows you.
They do.
They do. Do you have a criminal card you show through the window? You're like, this is me. I'm a Billy badass criminal. You got to let me in.
Oh, I see what you're doing there. You're pretending that you don't know me. That's fine. That's fine.
He's a Billy badass, see?
You know.
I don't know.
You do know.
I was trying to do a Scottish accent there and I'm not very good at it because I'm English. I'm from Essex. Yeah. All right, let's find another question for you. About Albert.
What about him? You just want to know general?
Yeah, tell me about Albert.
He has one foot that's much smaller than the other.
Oh, that would be terrible to have to buy 2 pairs of shoes every time you buy shoes. Otherwise, you have one little foot, or one little shoe and one regular size shoe. Wait, no, it's the other way around. One big shoe and one shoe that fits. And then it's very hard to run. Don't you think it would be very hard to run with one shoe that's the right size and one shoe that's the wrong size? Well, let's lighten this up. Can you freaking believe it?
Yes.
What
I can believe it.
what could you possibly be looking for in these sandals? In those sandals, what could you look for in those sandals?
Oh
Because
no,
he's not wearing shoes, folks. He's pretend fancy.
that's not true.
He's not real fancy. I have real shoes on. He doesn't.
That's not true.
Should I show the people my shoes?
That's not true. I'm wearing a very
I
fancy
have actual shoes. He doesn't have any shoes on
That's
his
not
feet.
true.
It is true. Show the people
I'm
your shoes.
wearing Ferrari shoes. Shoes made out of little Ferraris.
Show the people.
They
I dare
They
you.
don't deserve to see. That will be behind the paywall. You have to pay to see that. To see my shoes.
I don't think that's true.
It is true.
They know you're lying.
No.
They know you're lying big
There's
time.
no way I could prove whether or not that's true. There's no way. Definitely not by showing them my feet or shoes. Definitely not.
And that noodle would do it?
More than enough. Absolutely.
What kind of noodle do you think it is? What kind of noodle?
Udon, probably.
Do you think a noodle would be strong enough for that?
Have to try.
Frozen or unfrozen?
Definitely frozen.
It would be stronger if it was frozen.
Sure.
So do you freeze it first in, the shape that you need it to be, or do you just use the whole, like a pack of frozen udon, in that rectangle? Or do you, unfreeze it first and then, make it into a lasso and then freeze it again?
Yeah, usually you take your pot and then you fashion it however you want to fashion it and then you freeze it. It's the easiest way.
What shape do you usually freeze it in?
I'm having trouble with this one.
Is it like a figure 8 or like a loop, for a lasso? Or just a big stick to hit somebody with?
The shape of a chicken.
Oh, to fool people into thinking that you're a good guy with a frozen chicken who needs help to thaw his chicken out. That makes complete sense to me.
I like how we connected on that one. That's great.
Of course. I understand all about the frozen chicken brews. I've done it myself a few times.
It's a real thing.
You're allowed to laugh when
No.
you're fancy, You just
I
have to
never
laugh
learned.
in the correct way.
I never learned to laugh.
You never learned to laugh?
Never taught me. Never knew how. Still don't know.
Mm.
See, I don't know how to do it.
Well, that's pretty funny right there. Just like your face.
It sure is.
That's right. He's got a funny face,
I
folks.
do. You're very pretty. See what I did there? You talked shit and then I just said you look nice. Making you look mean.
Oh,
Not
no.
me. I'm the likeable one of this group. Not her.
I see how that is.
We've already done an hour.
Shall we wrap it up then?
Perhaps.
Is it that time? Is it time to go get a fancy dinner? What do you think we should eat for our fancy dinner? I bought some escargot yesterday. Would you like some of that? Do you want it?
Being that I like that sort of stuff.
Should I bake it in the oven or flash fry it? Or do you want some frites? Want some fritters?
Yes, sure. Yeah.
Should I put it in a soup? You're going to have to give me more direction than this. You can't just say yes to everything. What suggestion? Suggestion.
I don't know.
Maybe you want it in a fancy cake. Like a meat pie.
Oh. Sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
But that should be pretty easy. You'll just throw it in there, shells and all, and you can just chew through them. Deal?
I'm pretty hungry.
Well, it's time for us to go eat our snail pie. So we'll talk to you all later. See you next week. Wait, I gotta do that again. I've lost my accent. Well, folks, it's time for us to go get our snail. I can't do it. You've got
pretty hard.
You got to wrap it up for me, Jared.
All right. It's nice seeing everyone. We had fun. That's Loretta. I'm Jared. I'm cooler than she is.
He just means that he needs to turn the temperature down until I'm cold. Because he's a chick.
Alright. This has been fun.
Well, we've got to go get our snail pies on. So we'll talk to you later.
All right.
Cheerio. Toodaloo. Toodaloo.
Bye.
Boy. Cheerio. What else did I say? Cheerio, toodaloo. Talk to you later. See you tomorrow. It's bullocks if we don't see you again. Thanks for joining us, folks. I hope you enjoyed it.
That was fun.
It was
That
fun.
was things that we talked about earlier.
Like and
All of this
subscribe.
stuff. Yeah. Get to it. Or maybe it's over here.
Get for it.
Or it's over there.
Get
Maybe.
5 it.
Yep. Let's do it.